Welcome to Line War. Today we have Basantos, which is one of the developers of the game, probably one of the most experienced players in this game right now, versus Nishimaru. Nishimaru? I'm going to say Nish. This is Nish. They have started with invisible range of each other. And we've gone three factories and an airfield versus a factory and a barracks. So far. Oh, and another factory. And that's a barracks. Okay, so we got two factories, two barracks versus pretty much a similar scenario, but three factories and an airfield. They are encountering in the middle. Basantos is pincering these enemies. He's trying to, and it looks like Nish is going for mostly an assault, but he has remembered to expand, so that is good. You're definitely going to have to remember to expand against Basantos. We have showed a game played by one of the other developer, because there's only two developers of this game, and that was Infenzia, and we have shown him playing this game already, so now it is Basantos' turn. And it looks like the reinforcements came quick enough to save most of their lives, and Basantos is retreating already in this game. Artillery is out there, ready to back up these units when ready. Basantos split up into two. He has literally tried to spread out the forces there. He's got single lines here capturing land as he goes forward. These ones are on haste mode. They're trying to get somewhere really quick. To try and take something important probably, or trying to get a scout off maybe. He's taking it away, so what's his next plan with it? He's going for the eco over here. He wants to get that eco before Nish does. He has set up a defensive line, so I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but it probably won't. He does have another artillery being placed here. Now you've got to remember, this is a mountain, so defending here is actually quite wise, because these units will move very slow on a mountain. And we have helicopters coming in now, so he's switched into SAM units. Despite being on the aggressive stance, he really needs to have SAM there anyway, because the helicopters could come over and attack these. So he has brought these back down now to try and help out this fight over here before he loses it, which I don't think he's going to be able to do. I think Basantos might actually lose this area. He does have artillery coming in down from the bottom now. His infantry are just taking the land over there. He is still trying to get this eco over there. I think he's just doing it to try and stop Nish getting it. What is Nish doing now at this point? He hasn't really built much more. Maybe a barracks up here, but he is focused more on growing what he already has and putting pressure on Basantos, but he is suffering in his economy because of it. He has no energy production and an airfield. So at this point the pressure is going to be high for Basantos, but unless he can afford to get an energy well, he's going to really struggle keeping up this pressure. And it'll be at that point that Basantos might actually be able to pull something off to come back. Got some infantry moving across the mountains here to get down to the bottom to find Basantos before he can do anything about this. See, at this point he's got air units coming over here, which is a waste of his very minimal energy right now, and I probably would leave the helicopters alone for a bit. Just in case, I don't know, tanks come through somewhere, you can use the helicopters at the last minute to fend them off. That would be my just in case, but I would not want to waste energy on a simple patrol. It looks like Nish plans to carry on building his units and take territory, because territory will give you economy over time, and I think that's what his plan is, just try and take more economy for a bit now that he's won the engagement here. Might be taking his time for a while. What is Basantos doing? Basantos he has built an airfield. He kept some cash spare for that, I think, and he is still expanding, but he has got a lot of territory behind him. Basantos is practically in the middle of the map. Nish has this area up here, which does have some economy up there, and here. But Basantos probably has the most land to grab. Got a little battle going on down here. The artillery's down. But these artillery will take out these infantry pretty quickly. And Basantos can see everything here despite it being a mounting, and that's probably because of a cumulative vision from his forces. Otherwise they should be stealthed, I think. Yeah, you can see it flashing in and out every now and then as he's moving away. He's moving his forces back, trying to regroup, hoping to maybe outnumber this force here, or at least be able to defend from it. And he's using the blue command, so they don't fight back, they just come down further away. They focus on moving, not fighting. So this orange command, these units are going to hit anything they come into contact with, and they're going to stop moving to fight it. There you go, we can see them stopping and moving, but these guys, when they were on blue, would just move, but now they're stopping to fight. I don't know if Basantos has enough to deal with these artillery. He's got a tank here. That might be what his plan is. But you got to realise he's got an airfield and a tank, and I don't see any energy production either. I can't see any being built, and he definitely hasn't got any from up here. Has Nish got some energy yet? He has not. He does still have 7 units left. But I don't think he's got any production going either. So both players are running out of energy, and they're not building it. Mostly because of their economy. It's not like they've forgotten, they just can't really afford it with the fights that's going on, with the pressure being built up against both players. But Basantos has more energy in reserve than Nish does, so Basantos may have the advantage here for a little bit. But he is being cautious, he's left his tank here, he's not moving it until he needs it. And the airfield, I don't even think Nish knows about the airfield. Oh, he does. The cumulative vision has increased his range, his field of view. And it looks like Basantos is going to get pincered by Nish if Nish went this way. Yeah, Basantos is bringing in his helicopter. There is absolutely no anti-air here right now. So that helicopter will chew up everything here. Wow, multiple payloads, but he'll have to come back and forth. But you know what I mean. Is he switching into SAM units? I don't think he is. These are still artillery. He does have his own helicopters, but he can't really use them that much. There is a SAM unit being built now. He has spotted it. He is reacting to it. Basantos is taking out these units over here quite easily. He's trying to push through, and he probably will get through that. Nish needs to either go this way now and do a base trade, or defend against this army right now. He's on a blue move command with artillery, and yeah, there we go, he's changed it to orange. See, the artillery need to deploy, which means they need to stop, so they need an orange command, or they won't stop to fire. Unless you're running away, you don't use a blue command on the artillery, I don't think. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you can think of a way that would be better. I have seen some people's, like, when they've got a massive army of artillery, they send them in a bit further before they attack, so they've got more units attacking at the same time. So that's the scenario I can see a blue command using. Nish is still expanding, you've always got to expand, so he's doing quite well with the little forces he has to expand. What is Basantos doing with his expanse? He's still capturing land, but he's got a lot to capture anyway. So he's got a couple of units down here. They're not going to capture fast when he's only got 2 units. The more units you have, the faster it goes. He has got energy now, so his energy will continuously produce. He will be able to use these aircraft for a much longer period of time. He is pushing through with the line. He's doing a different way of moving. He's using his line commands or his circle commands instead of these line commands, which could be better because then they come in at different angles rather than having to line up and move forward. It's something I've been trying to work with recently to see if I can improve my gameplay using different ways to move. What is Niche looking like right now? So he's got reinforcements coming in as a line command. But when they get there, he is placing the circle commands to deal with them. He has got the helicopters out. They will target the SAM first. That helicopter's not going to last much longer. But the helicopters are doing pretty good against the SAM. As long as the SAM don't build up too many numbers, and they should be able to be fine at taking out most of his army doing it. However, it looks like Basantos does have too many SAM units for his air units to deal with. And just due to that, and the fact that he's got less anti-air himself, Basantos is winning this fight. Their superiority and anti-air. His air units are dealing with the ground and his ground units are dealing with the air, mostly. He has left a few units behind to defend. Generally speaking, I say not to do that unless if I had something over here, yeah, sure, leave some there to defend in case he tries to deviate some off, divert some off. That's when I would like to do that, but other people have said this is probably still a good idea. I could agree at times, especially in this situation. He has managed to take over the economy area over here, but he won't be able to use it unless he could fund the industries. And for now, who has the best economy? So, Basantos has 630. And Nish has 570 per minute. So Nish is a bit behind on economy. Energy and production, I think they're about the same. But I think Basantos has a much more better compiled army. Pretty much countering Nish so far. Nish is sticking to the artillery and SAM tactics, backed up by helicopters. And Basantos is moving up towards the mountains. I think he's trying to use the stealth of the mountains to get through a bit closer. Which probably won't work because he's got some units in the mountains. But it would be a good place to defend with, so... because units move slower, so when he tries to defend that area, it'll be easier for Basantos to survive. Once he's in it. Helicopters versus helicopters over here. I think he's trying to clear up the line of sight. I think Basantos is trying to take these units out before they spot his army that's coming up through here. And that way, as you can see, it's gone dark here now that Nish has no units there to spot this, apart from the helicopters themselves. But they can't stay there forever, they have to refuel. Nish is really worried about an attack here, so he's setting up defences. Generally, I don't like infantry in defences. I don't know if you guys do, but I like the artillery to be in a defensive line. Because if I set up artillery to come forward and set them this way, these guys wouldn't be allowed to move because of their defence. And they'd be outranged, so they'd just have to die. Doesn't matter about the defence boost. Yeah, so Nish can see some of these units coming through. That's because he's taken over this. He's also changed direction, but he's also taken the territory as he goes. He doesn't want to leave Nish any territory to grab. I think he's taken his time. I think he believes he's got the advantage in this situation, so the longer he waits, the better off he'll be. You can see this unit coming in, so he's sending all his helicopters to be right in the way, right at the beginning. And it is backed up by SAM, so these SAM units will soon be in range, and they might be able to take out these helicopters, especially while they're distracted dealing with the front line here. But Basantos has retreated the helicopters, he's pulled them back. And as this army is coming through here, Basantos has an army going through there. And I don't know if Nish can see this yet. Yes, he can. These units are exposing those. So Basantos is trying to get through over here. He's found the base and the energy well. It would not surprise me if Basantos went straight for this energy well with this force here. At the minute, it doesn't seem too necessary. But generally, the energy is something that can turn the tide of battle. But I don't think Nish is using much energy units. I know he's got helicopters, but they've mostly died, I think. Let's have a look. He's got an interceptor to take out those helicopters. He's got 2 airfields now, though. So taking out this might be better for future. But if he can see it, it might be wise to take out the airfield that he can't see because it's in the mountains here. Yeah, he spotted it. He's set a strike target there. Oh, it's the commando. I didn't even see those commandos. That's how stealthy they are. I didn't even spot them until now. Where are they coming from? He's got a barracks in the forest down here, really far away. Sending some sneaky commandos in to take out this. And even if Nish wants to fight it, he has to come through this army here before he can even defend this area now. But he might be able to do it with some helicopters if he's got them in here, but I think he was only building interceptors. He's got one there. We've got some more structures in the mountains here, hidden away. I don't know if Nish can see that. Let's have a look. You can see 1, not 2 though. But Nish is coming down here. He's going to get trapped between 2 lots of units, but they are only infantry. And Nish is out of energy. Because the commandos were successful there. No, they're not only infantry now. There's tanks there now. Is he hiding those tanks? I think he's got a lot more now. He's not going to be able to hold this line now. So Nish is going to lose these artilleries, and those tanks will now also be able to push up through here. And Basantos does have the energy to supply for it. He's got pretty much good eco now. He doesn't need to expand much more. He's got so much energy, those tanks went on haste, so they jumped straight to the front lines there. And Basantos has his commandos going up around the back of the base, trying to probably scout out for after he tries to take out this area. I think that's the plan, but they're on a flag command, so they're quite easy to spot. But now Basantos wants to defend this area. He's not going on the offense straight away. He's splitting off some forces. I think it's just tanks going this way. Yeah, it's got tanks on haste, so they're using up a lot of energy for that. But he's got the ability to do it, and it doesn't matter anyway, because we've reached the end of the match. I can't say for sure who won that, because we don't see the end results yet, but hopefully one day we will. However, I'm pretty sure Basantos is winning that, because he just couldn't get broken. His defense was really good on that game. And Nish did really well to put on so much pressure early on in the game. Let me know what you think of this match. And there are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to watch one, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. See you around.